Alright. So we're gonna go for attempt 2. Attempt 1 unfortunately did not work out in our favor because I am forgetful that Sylph can actually be mortal on this map. But I did some slight changes. Got, pardon me, Leonardo in longbow so he can actually deal with the lightning mages better. Pulled some of my antitoxins out from storage. Forged Soth a new knife. Did some minor item shuffling, nothing too crazy. Grabbed the physic for Laura so that she could potentially heal people from a distance, all that fun stuff. Let's get into it. We can start with you here. Damn, buddy. One day you'll be stronger than just a crossbow. Sothal experience. This newly named skill issue, which is more a comment on me than that. But also, you know, I had to make it real obnoxiously green because it's fun. Shuffle you over. I don't particularly mind if these archers just perish. You can javelin here. Oh, I forget your Brave Lance is also ranged. They really give her an upgrade. I love it. Nolan, I think we might just be able to take this guy solo. A little shy with the hand axe, but that's fine. I could have also given a strike for weakening the Volug first. It's fine. I'll be passively raising his strength rank this fight. I have a steel blade, so I prefer to have a lance in range. Move these guys all up. Get that four-way dance, because Raphael is awesome. Aaron, I have no real fear of you tanking the general here, so you're fine. Bows are not super effective against wyverns, so we can just fly Jill up in there too. Oh, I also gave Jill my arm scroll so that she could use her custom X, because I wanted to see what this one could actually do, and it's kind of crazy, honestly. It's very strong. Move you up. Keep Laura out of the bow range. That's perfectly fine. 4 damage in Aaron's not terrible. Perish. Let's see. Oh, he does good damage into this knight. Oh, and he doubles. Let me step away for 1 second. Sorry about that. My dog has beef with a few of the other dogs on our street, so that he thinks he's allowed to tell them they can't just walk across the street from him. I think moving the Black Knight there was probably a mistake, but we're on turn 2. It's fine to take some risks. Can you... No, you can't drop it or weaken him without dropping him. Hold here. Okay, you're dark magic. I think I'd want Fiona leaving the charge up. The javelin's perfectly fine. Howdy. Just a bolt axe. Let Edward do some gaming. I love the unnecessary backflips in this game. They're so fun. Yeah, I've been very heavily investing in the Dawn Brigade. I think all of the units... This is also modded slightly, so if people like Fiona definitely came in higher level than base game. There's been a little bit of help there. This is a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus. Yeah, this mod's real kind to Fiona. I appreciate it so much. I like having a Cavalier who is good in a game. And especially when they only let you use her for 2 maps and one of them she can't hurt enemies on. So this mod was a very nice change of pace. But also this mod has some kind of spicy enemies in it, so create more useful units for some danger. Like this squad of sages that drops in behind you. Alright, so we have Axeman. How far can you get? 8, 16, take 9, you can tank that. You can get to there now. Shuffle you guys around a little bit. Love. Oh, you could actually just reach there naturally. Never mind. Thinking too much. And at the same time, not enough. Just hit this one. Perfect. We can push further in. What can you do from this side? 714 leaves him with 25. I'm embarrassed at how long that math took me for a second. 25, so I think Fiona might be the one who could actually feasibly drop him. 22, 28. Now without burning a bunch of charges, so I think we just gotta use skill issue here. Go for the 34. Alright, so. For reference, this steel dagger also has no extra crit. It did get a coin proc that got us some extra might, which I'm a big fan of. We can just charge up. And make use of the fact that, well, I already set up for a double dance. Accidentally. Oh, I say accidental. It was intentional, but not for these two characters, I'll say. Alright, shuffle you up. Any Thunder Mages up here? No, it looks like. Oh, you have 2 range. I could just get rid of this Wind Mage. I'm a little worried about just because of accuracy issues. This seems like a good first use of Shihiro. Her dad's axe. I can't say his name. Skill and resistance are nice. I'd like you to get a little more strength, though. You are a mage on high biorhythm, so I think just deleting you is important. A little bit of stuff in there. We'll shuffle you there. I think I actually want to trade you for your hand axe, just in case you hit upscale, so we're not using a bunch of charges from the custom axe. And we'll just shuffle you up here. Just out of range, if anyone, just in case. Leonardo is a competent fighter, not a great one. Perfect. Yeah, we're doing some endgame part 1 of Radiant Dawn modded, so I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what part 2 brings, because I really like the flyer mission in part 2 for prologue, and maybe an unpopular opinion, I like Joffrey's Charge a lot. I think it's a cool map. A lot of opportunities to raise up the Crimean Royal Knights in that one. Right. You guys are coming in faster than I'd prefer. You can get to there. I'll put you here. My goal for this playthrough, absolutely, because Ike's Soren ending is the best ending for Ike and Soren, but I think it's Soren's only ending other than his default one. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, nice! I'm glad you're having fun playing it. How do I want to handle this? can only actually reach there, so if I move him up, it's perfectly safe, so that's good. You have a Venom Edge, which is mildly annoying. Go for the South chip into 91's pretty decent. Come on, Aaron, show them why I have so much favoritism towards halberdiers. Almost an Aaron level up, always nice to see. Can you take him out? Not especially. You can double him. And actually, just the steel axe is enough to get the good one. Get a good hit rate and drop them. Perfect. Oh, and cancel. I love what this mod's done to Jill. Cancel on a speedy unit's always so nice. We'll shuffle you over this way. Box him in. And then Fiona can deal with the Fire Mage real easily. Favorite class I'd probably give to the Warrior fighter line. I love using axes. There's something so satisfying about the pure damage they can put out. Do they hit all the time? Absolutely not. Is it hype when they do get a hit that's on a low hit chance? Absolutely. And just in case, we'll have Nolan with a ranged axe for backup. Perfect. This is going distressingly well. I'm waiting for something bad to happen or for me to make a mistake. Alright. Oh yeah, Wyvern Knights are awesome. Fantastic class. I actually really liked it. I want to say it was this last game was the Path of Radiance was the one that finally switched him to lances and axes, which, you know, might have been a bit too much of a buff for him, but I ain't gonna complain. Wyverns are awesome. Because I remember in the GBA ones, I believe that they were... Oh, shit. Let's not risk Micaiah. Who has... Oh, Voltleaf hasn't moved. Yeah, if I remember right, in the GBA games, they were lances and swords on promotion, so they felt very similar to Pegasus Knights, just kind of better. Oh, that sucks. Can't imagine why TikTok is just ignoring messages. Oh yeah, Cormag was a must-have on a team. Man was a beast. Cormag, Heath in 7. I didn't know there was supposed to be a third Wyvern Knight recruiter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, TikTok doesn't like using, you know, words people actually use. Alright, we got mages coming up the back. But yeah, Ike Soren ending, fantastic for the boys ending, shall we say, to avoid TikTok getting mad. We could have Edward deal with that one. So we could also chip in and maybe give this one to Volug. Oh, that's real cool. I can't blame them for not wanting to add more characters, because good lord, this game already has a ton. But I wouldn't have minded having another Wyvern Lord. I think probably it's objectively the strongest class in this game. It's a monster. we can hop over here. Do a longbow. Yep, just entirely platonic. It's fine, TikTok. You don't need to get mad at the boys. They're fine. You could be cool, but you're not. It's a killing edge, but also these two are tanky, so I'm not worried. I forgot she called her wyvern her little beastie. That's adorable. Yeah, I actually really like all of the Soren love they put into this. Because I liked him in Path of Radiance, but he did feel a little underbaked compared to, I'd say, even the units like Titania and I can miss especially for backstory stuff. It was really nice for them to flesh him out a ton in this game, even if most of it's hidden behind secret dialogues. Shuffle you out of here. Probably could have given you a Leafy Grass, but I'm fine with you just taking a turn off. Could we not get hit from below? Just as a favor to me, Leo. Oh, absolutely. Engage gave the Ike Soren fans an absolute treat. Pardon. I mean, Engage in general gave a lot of really fun fan service. Shame it. I didn't like it as much because the base characters were kind of boring in my opinion, but the stuff they did give to old fans was nice, as an old fan myself. Yeah, I know Path of Radiance is coming to the Switch 2's GameCube emulation. Hopefully they'll do one for Path of Radiance. I don't know how they do the link for that, but I hope so. I hope they're able to do it because you get a lot of fun stuff through the link. Yeah, I want to say it was the release trailer for the Switch 2. We're getting both the Pokemon Stadium games. I think Wind Waker was on there. It was a crazy list for their initial drop for their GameCube emulator for the Switch 2. I don't know if it's going to be on Switch 1. I hope so. Because I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to afford a Switch 2 coming up soon. But even if it's just on Switch 2, I hope a lot of people get to experience it because I think Path of Radiance is my favorite Fire Emblem game. Do I think it's perfect? No, but I still really like it. Yes, the fact that they're as expensive as they are is bonkers. Because I really wish more people got to play these games. They're so fun. I have a physical copy of each. I did not buy them at full price for what they're going for now. Because the price some people want for these is absolutely bonkers. It's understandable given that they're limited print games, but Nintendo, please feed the secondary market. Let people play your games. I mean, understandable. You can replay this game so many different times using different unit combinations each time. It's real good. We'll go for accuracy. I'm just going to choose to ignore the fact that he's holding the hatchet incorrectly. Ooh, energy drop. We don't particularly need that for this map, but it'll be nice to have later. That's a surprise tool that can help us later, kids. You can just hang out in the back for now. I know that Laura has anywhere she can heal one range, and then could be worth burning a physic charge. She's getting close to promoting. Just heal you up because you are the furthest away. So, small confession on my end. I am not a big fan of Genealogy of the Holy War. I think the gameplay for it is interesting, but not fun. And the storyline for it is really good if you look at it from the fact that you play as the villain, kind of. But, I also haven't finished a full run-through of it. I got real uncomfortable with a lot of the themes that game goes through. It's not the worst thing in the world, but man, does it kind of... When you're bringing in holy wars and all that fun stuff, you're going to touch on some uncomfortable topics, and the game tries, as well as a 90s game can, to handle them. But honestly, I would not be surprised if they just left the genealogy as it was, and left Thracia as they were, and just kind of skipped to future games. It'd be interesting to see what they do with a remake of Genealogy in Thracia, because I feel like especially with Three Houses, they kind of leaned into things that could pair in well with those. Like, I want to say those games had dismounting and all that, but I can't remember if that was FE3 or Genealogy. I wouldn't be opposed to playing the games in a maybe more fun way, because, man, I just do not like a lot of the choices they made in those games. Oh, it is in the work. Okay. I'd heard a lot of people talking about it, but hadn't heard any full confirmation, so I'll be interested to see what they do with it. I hope it's good. I want to play through those games, and I wouldn't be opposed to seeing something new. They definitely have interesting concepts to them, for sure. I think moving you over here and getting Nolan up into the fight with you will be good. We have the Black Knight. I think I'm just going to have to delete this soldier. And he took that literally. Oh, free chest key. Don't think I particularly need that right now, because I do still have South, but it's fine. Yeah, Arvis, I think, is definitely a standout from that game. I like Arvis. Well, I like the concept of Arvis a lot. I don't like Arvis as a person. I'll say that. I do like the fact that Sigurd, from perspectives, 100% the villain of that story up until they introduce the cult of Super Satan. And the fact that they just actually are a cult of Super Satan. I think I'd like Genealogy a little bit more if... I think it's the cult of Lopir. I think that's how you say it. Was maybe a little less ambiguously turbo evil. Like, I kind of wish there was more nuance to them. Because Arvis does it really well. Sigurd, if you're looking at him outside of the perspective of, yeah, he's your lord, you should like him, dude's kind of a monster. Yeah. Arvis makes some bad calls, but he starts out with good intentions and then goes horribly wrong. Oh yeah, I think the Radiant... I think Tellius, as a fleshed out world, does such a good job of covering a lot of the topics. Like, you know, a girl Jill here who grew up in a racist, isolationist country that hated everyone else. And then the second she steps out, she goes, oh, I've been indoctrinated, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna start to unlearn that once I see the fact that other people, you know, are people. It's so... I love this game so much. Yeah, part of it is, I'll fully admit, the long chapters for genealogy make it real tough for me to get through it, just because I'll be sitting there and I'll feel like I've done a lot, and then I'll look at how many objectives I need to do on my little guide, and I'm like, oh, I'm not even halfway done the map. Yeah, Arvis is the perfect case for the path to hell is paved in good intentions. Oh yeah, but I won't give genealogy too much of a problem with that, because FE 1, 2, and 3 also had those, and I'd argue theirs were probably worse in a lot of regards for that. Damn, if only you'd switch to heal. Could have stolen your physic. But I will say, genealogy doesn't hold my title for my least favorite Fire Emblem. That's still FE2. That game is buns. Is it mostly just because they don't have any axe fighters? Maybe. Were axe fighters even worth using in the original games? No. Nothing like having axes that weighed you down incredibly and were just not worth using. Old Fire Emblem was a treat. Yeah, if I get started on a Fates tangent, it might never stop, so I'm just gonna hold it in that Fates and Engage have similar problems for me. Nice! Love to hear it. I adore this game. I think it got a lot of kind of undue hate. Some of it pretty accurate, like the support system in this game is just non-existent. And that's a crime, because, man, I'd love if they even just did like they were doing at the time and did character-specific focuses between different characters, like hearing how Jill feels about the other members of the Dawn Brigade, getting to actually know more about Edward, Nolan, Leonardo, Laura, who seems delightful but gets like 10 words throughout the whole game. I do like that characters can fully make horrible mistakes in these games. Like Micaiah and Peleus get it rough in Part 3. And then a lot of people give them shit for it when they're just making very human decisions. Are they the smart? This is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Sorry, this is Radiant Dawn. But also this is specifically a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus from Game Banana. There. Ooh, that was a chunky bit of damage. Now, for being technical, I probably shouldn't be using the BK as much, or at the very least have him unequip a Londite. But also, I feel like my squad's decently well-leveled, well-equipped. So I'm alright with him stealing a little bit of the experience. And also, the last time I used him less, South perished, so we're gonna be a little more careful this time. And you... Yes. Perfect. heal up Nolan. And you take this guy out. Dawn Brigade only through the tower. That would be an interesting one. I think they could do it, but man, would it be rough getting them all to tier 3 for that. Enemy reinforcements. The Silver Axe, and these two can tank relatively well, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, if you're also looking to try it out at a slightly different changes, highly recommend this mod. You are a braver person than me. I don't think I could do a Laguz only run of this game. Now we can swap you and try and draw some attention over there. Alright, how do I want to do this? You can get to there. We can create at the very least a three-way dance. Not a whole lot of point in Edward just sitting there for now. Show me 2 coin tosses. I like that result. Oh, I love Edward. I mean, if you want a real challenge, you can try and get Vika to be tower ready. I've done it twice, and I regretted it both times. I want to take out this Meteor Mage. We'll go with availability. Liar, I'll give at least you get her for a decent enough amount of time. You can at the very least compensate for how kind of garbage her stats, her growth, and everything about her is. I don't think the same can be said for Vika, because man, they did not want her to play the game. Yeah, without Kanto, I fully believe the Laguz only run dies. Especially with Radiant Dawn's Super Kanto, it's so good. It's so good. Am I worried about you? Not especially. I don't know if I want her to take a hit. That's a chunky bit of damage. I think I'll hold her in reserve and get Makaya ready just in case this side needs a healer. Okay, he's going for her. Perfect. Fiona's got self-sustained healing. So long as she can survive a turn, she regains something like 20 hit points. Alright, well, stay in this nice area where you are hurting them a lot, but not one-shotting them. It is true, but she does... I'll say this for Liar, she comes in with a lot of maps where you can baby her, because you have the absolute demigod squad that is the Grail Mercenaries, and at the very least, few of them can, maybe not Gatry and Shinon because they're just ridiculous, but a few of them can set up kills for like Oscar, Boyd if you didn't have speed transfers. This mod also makes it slightly different, because untransformed Laguz can, actually do things. Good. Shinon is meant to be despised. The fact that he's in the Grail Mercenaries really bothers me, because he goes against everything Ike stands for as a human being. And I'm mad that he is maybe the best archer in the game. I'd argue that Rolf is better, but Shinon is just ridiculously strong, so a lot of people wind up using him and ignoring a lot of his worst aspects. 99 on Dark Magic is kind of enough. What is your skill? Ah, motherfucker. I like Nolan. Do I want to redo this map for a third time? I gotta stop making dumb decisions. How do I do this? We need the Black Knight active this turn. I think that's non-negotiable. I think we just need him to delete this general, and then we can do a rescue mission to the other side. You just drop him. Oh, I should not have done that, actually. I just realized I left a spot next to him open. Oh, sloppy plays are gonna be the death of me. You can do tons of damage to him. Yeah, he's only playable for the map before this and this one, but man, is it fun. Can we punch through these guys to get to the other side? Fix my mistakes. 8, 16, 32. I think just having you deal with the archer is probably better. 36. 28, that's fine. I'm still strongly debating resetting for Nolan because I really like him. Yeah, the availability in this game is really weird and really confusing a lot of the time. Okay, we dodged the 38. Would have been nice to dodge the 59. I should have checked to see what weapons they had. 95 hit on Dark Magic. Ridiculous, though. But I gotta drop that Dark Mage again, because Flicker is just a problem. Ooh, goes Soth level up, though. Yeah, the first time I did this map, Soth was the one that perished. Oh no! The battery issue, the dread of all, just anyone ever, actually. I can't think of a funny thing to say. I'm still sad about Nolan. I think if I do this, ooh, cancel proc. Because Nolan is, I like Nolan, but I'll fully admit he's probably the worst of the base Dawn Brigade squad most of the time. So I can definitely do their maps without him. I just like axes. Yeah, the Soth and Micaiah thing is strange in my opinion, because Micaiah raised him as a child, and then they get married if they have an A support at the end of the game. Some choices were made. Choices I fundamentally disagree with, but I'm just a guy on the internet. It's fine. Ooh. At least we're getting good level-ups. Alright. Bigger here. Can you one-shot this Dark Mage? If not, I might just have the Black Knight do it because he scares me. Yeah, if you can get an Edward with a decent speed and strength, and you want him for endgame, easily done. That's fine. Nah, I'd argue even this game at its worst is still better than Fates in almost every regard. I don't mean to be a Fates hater. There's a lot about the game I like. I like a lot of the combat mechanics in it, but I'm a diehard. Even before the translation, Fates was bad. For this playthrough, not really. I kind of want to see what changes they've made to people over the course of this mod first. Knowing me, I probably will bring Tabaran just because he's a monster and I love him. I usually bring 1 or 2 people from each army, usually my standouts. Yeah, or they could have maybe, not pushed it very heavily for romancing your adopted siblings, or your cousin who maybe is also your sibling. It's weird. There's actually only one mod. It's a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus. It's kind of a general overhaul mod. It's real cool. It re-added in a bunch of the magic weapons, rebalanced some of the characters, so instead of Har coming in with Cancel and being just the best unit in the game, they gave it to Jill, who could have actually used a little bit of the buff, so understandable. I just don't tank a bunch of hits. Like that. Volu. Fleet. I think I might have to reset for you, but I would not have given the choice. Alright, good Leo level up. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure. Because Fates' storyline is so messy that I don't know if Azura is supposed to be the kid of Anankos, or the kid of the previous King of Vala. We don't even know what the name of the continent that Fates takes place on is. Fates' world building is non-existent at best and incredibly messy at worst. Yeah, I would get Nolan back, but I don't want to have to do this map 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. I like this map. I think it's really good and a great challenge for the first endgame you get to. But man, I don't want to be the guy that had to do it 3 times. I got a little bit of pride. Oh, I was gambling. And hop you here. You take this guy out. Yeah. A lot of the stuff surrounding the game is great. The music is fantastic. The cutscenes are so gorgeous. I'd argue they might still be the best in the franchise in terms of cutscenes. But damn, the story is bad. Like, even the quote-unquote good one in Conquest is still maybe the weakest Fire Emblem story. That is if Birthright didn't exist, which gave us such a nothing story. Alright, Fiona, you missed twice and took 2 lower hits. I'm gonna have to ask you to not do that, please. Yeah, the fact that I think Fates is the only time we don't know the name of the continent the game takes place on really says a lot about how much they cared. Revelations wouldn't be bad if Anankos wasn't the biggest Mary Sue villain to ever exist. Because his powers are, I do anything and everything in the plot happened because I was planning it, but also I'm a crazy demon god, dragon thing. From outer space, probably. I'm embellishing a little bit because of how much I dislike Anankos, but man, I hate when they have a crazy villain who is also somehow super confident. That's a good way to put it. Fiona gets a huge boost in this one. She starts at, I think, level 17 instead of, I think she starts at level 9 in base. I've gotten some bad luck with her because she just missed 2 high chances. But she comes in with a Flame Lance, which rocks off of her Great Magic, Imbue and Savior as natural. So she'll regain a lot of health every turn. And she comes in with her own personal ranged Brave Lance, which is so good. I'd argue she'd probably still be one of the less good Pegasus, or sorry, not Pegasus, Cavaliers in the game, but, you know, she's still a Cavalier, they're fantastic. Yeah, unlike in the base game, on medium and hard difficulties, she can hurt enemies on the chapter after she joins. Which, sadly, is not something I can say for base game. Silver Cat. So you don't have a range option? Oh, you have a steel type for a range. 24 strength, Jesus! Heal up Leonardo, just because he's probably taking a Venom State this turn. Yeah, Anankos is my least favorite villain in all of Fire Emblem. Mostly just because I think he's the worst written character in all of Fire Emblem, bar none. I don't think I can think of a character that I'm actively, viscerally mad exists like him. There are villains I hate more than him because they actually inspire feelings in me. But, man. Fate's made some choices. Hell yeah. I love seeing all the Fire Emblem fans pop in for sure. It's so cool. Can you do 20 with anything? Yeah, you're double bow. Understandable, really. I still go back to Fates every now and then and skip almost all of the dialogue because I really like the combat in that game. I think the adding in the knives, bows, and magic to the weapon triangle was super interesting and very fun to play through. I liked a lot of... I didn't love the silver weapons change, which I think is just universally agreed to have been bad. I don't know anyone that's going to bat for the silver weapons just being god-awful. Let's show off your Brave Lance. The beer cup. I'm glad a lot of people enjoyed Three Houses. I do wish more of them gave older games a chance, because listen, Three Houses may be in my top 3, again, for that fantastic gameplay. But it has its issues. This is a Wii game originally for the Nintendo Wii. Allegedly, if you wanted to play, say, a modded version called Radiant Dawn Plus, you could maybe find it through a system called Dolphin. Yeah, Gaiden chapters were a real cool thing. Allegedly. Can neither confirm nor deny, just in case Nintendo decides they don't like me and I'm a normal person. They would absolutely body me. Up. You. I don't think the guy really gains anything from whacking into him. So he just deletes. Oh yeah, he has talk conversations with Makai and Soth on this chapter. I always forget about that. Raven and Lucius is real good. I'll give you that one. I don't know if I'd put them as the best. I really like Pent and Louise from that game. I think Ike and Soren, fantastic. Ooh. I might also give Alm and Celica a little bit in there. I'm definitely less on their side than a lot of people, but I think Alm and Celica was a very fun relationship, so. And the payoff at the end of the game was fantastic. Yeah, I feel like 6, 7, and 8 were all of a fairly similar quality. Path of Radiance is my favorite. It's not fully canon, but it is maybe a step away from it. Yeah, Shadows of Valentia was really good. It fixed a lot of the problems I had with Gaiden, aside from the map design. Ooh, that's a good one. I thought mount dismount was a unique mechanic. I'd love to see them work around it more. Maybe give it actual drawbacks instead of just being fantastic across the board. I would love to see them take another crack at Lagoo style transformations, because I think the stones are bad. Databook coming in for the clutch. We'll love to see that. But yeah. In terms of mechanics, I like reclassing. I wish they'd kind of stuck with the Awakening style limited reclassing would be my only thing. I'd love to see them do more with that. Because I think this is going to sound weird, but unit identity is something I like a lot in Fire Emblem. Like, specifically in this game, a lot of the units, despite being in simulclasses, feel very different. Like, Aaron will never feel the same as Nephany. Because Aaron is wildly different. Like, he is strength, defense, HP, skill. Those are his 4 stats. Yeah, Nephany is my girl. One of my favorite characters growing up. Still one of my favorite characters now. I might have missed some drama for the databook. I actually don't particularly know when the databook was released, so I don't know if I didn't start really engaging with other people in the Fire Emblem fandom until I started streaming earlier last year, so. Yeah, I'm sad we don't get more Soldier Halberdier style. I like the Spear Fighter, I think it was what it was in Fates. And then in Engage, they're there, but there's no real point to go into them because you could be an Axe Fighter and just be better. And I'm kind of sad about it. Yeah. I don't dislike using the stones for transformation, as it's simple, it keeps it from getting confusing, but man, does it make the transform units feel less special. Because I don't feel as cool when my dragon's holding a rock that makes them transform versus when they're building up their gauge and then you get a really powerful explosive couple of turns with them. Jesus. Man, people continue to be the worst, and I shouldn't be surprised, but God forbid people just like who they like. That would be really fun to see. I forgot this mod gave them a way to attack when they're transformed. But I'm going to keep giving this one to Volo because I'm trying to get his strike to S. Teleus, I will die on the hill. Teleus has the best world building in the franchise. Does it cheat by having 2 games? Kind of. But you know what else got 2 games? The Game Boy ones, which I'm drawing a blank on the name of their content. I want to say it's Elib. That's not the game being bad at telling you it. I can't remember it. Oh, time to replay either 6 or 7, either one. Maybe 7, just so I can use more axe fighters. Elib, that's okay. I was hoping I was remembering it right, because I like the world of Elib. I think it's very interesting. It is kind of a very generic fantasy setting, which I think actually works really well with Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem works real well as a generic fantasy game. It's not a bad thing to be that sometimes, especially when you do the tropes real well. Yeah, I might have to look into that, because do I want a boss abuse? Because I could just sit the Black Knight here with no weapons and let him break all of this. But I also don't know if I want to be here for the next 45 minutes. It doesn't. It's just some people refuse to let other people be happy and enjoy who they like because they believe that they know what's best for other people, and it's the worst. Changes absolutely nothing about either character because, you know, they were definitely absolutely not at all interested in each other at all through the course of the games. There was no hints of it. You know, Soren just calling Ike the only person he feels comfortable with. Ike constantly worrying over and caring about Soren more than anyone else. No hints about it. The parrot ending where the two of them go off into the desert forever. Ike and Soren is such a beautiful relationship, and I'm so mad. So many people are just so bigoted in their ways that they can't just enjoy the fact that it's a beautifully written relationship. And there are some people like, oh, it takes away from the idea that you can have platonic male friendships. Ike and Ranulph is right there. And Ranulph has his boyfriend Skrimir too, so you can't even be mad about it. Listen, let Ike and his twink boyfriend just be happy. Right, did he switch weapons? Ike didn't go through the twink to hunk pipeline for nothing. He did it for his boy. Right, so he has the Great Lance equipped now, so we can attack him from range. Nothing there. Oh, he's on max biorhythm. That's annoying. Yeah. I mean, there's the dark answer to that I think Soren would go for, but Soren will absolutely outlive most of the main cast. The only people I think who could live longer than him are Stefan and Micaiah, or the other Lagoos, because I don't remember if Lagoos live longer than Rinda. I think they do, or if I don't remember if they have the same lifespan. Jared going, ooh, the thought of killing you makes my body tingle all over, and South going, sure, whatever, I'm just gonna throw this knife at you because you creep me out. Ooh, that's right. Beautiful. Yeah, I remember the Dragon Lagoos live forever, and I think the Herons do as well, as we'll see later on. Because remember, Dickensia is like 1,000 years old or something, and Kurth is a baby, despite the fact that he's like 300 or 400, I think, or maybe he's over 100. Maybe Ian is the one who's in the 3 range. But you know what? That just gives Soren time to go back, hang out with Miss descendants, because I guarantee if Priam is a descendant of Ike's bloodline, it's not from Ike. Ah, he's got big shield. Oh yeah, I love talking Fire Emblem with people. I'll yap for days if people let me. Probably should have paid attention to what that level up actually was, but I got semi-distracted. I don't crit him. Perfect. God damn it. What is your proc rate for that? Doesn't tell me. Alright. I think it's time to go for the safe option. Go for some rescuing. Maybe. I guarantee you're not going to be able to hurt him, but... 1, 4... Those are your 2 strongest weapons, so... Let's not risk that. I think we just let him heal for this turn. Let's try again this turn. We won't have Micaiah on deck, that should be fine. The long cut, but it should chip away his biorhythm at the very least. Yeah. I do like that with Big Shield, Jared's kind of no joke. He could potentially absolutely destroy a unit if you're not careful. Around with you. Actually, I'll write with Soth if he does crit. I mostly want to chip it away at him. Damn. Well. Oh, beautiful. Jill getting that sweet Jared experience. I'd probably take Paragon off of her and swap it to someone else. No, Fate's handling of Soliel was absolutely atrocious. Fate's handling of anyone not candidly straight was atrocious. Yeah, boss abusing in this game is one of the best ways, especially if you're using Lagoos, to raise up their strike rank, because that's pretty much the best way you're going to get them to deal damage, because the jump between ranks for strike is ridiculous. It's how I brought Vika into the tower, because the prison break map, I would just have her repeatedly counterattack the dude with the sword until his sword broke, then transform and chip away at him. Some would argue it's kind of essential for bringing some units in. But you know what? We finished part 1 with only 2 casualties. One in Meg and one in Nolan. Both entirely my fault. Yeah, if I remember right, I was on the map before you get Fiona. The last turn, Meg got dogpiled. We're just, we're gonna hope Rom is perfectly fine with the fact that he has more kids. You know, it's fine. It's definitely not a monstrous thing to say. You know what? At least Zyhar can rest easy without her being very creepy towards him. Yeah, Meg, I Will Die on the Hill can be fantastic. Fantastic. Allegedly, I could be using the Dolphin emulator on my totally legit copy of Radiant Dawn. I do have a regular copy though. And I might be playing a mod for that called Radiant Dawn Plus. Allegedly, of course. Micaiah's priestess outfit is so good. I love all of Micaiah's outfits, but this one's my favorite. But yeah. Speaking of Rajat, my least favorite Awakening character came back as one of my least favorite Fates characters. Because not only is it the only loving woman option being the child of the kid-looking mage. I don't yet. I probably should make one. My partner made one around the time they got him this kind of same size for TikTok, and probably make it a little easier for people to find my streams, because I'm trying to get more consistent, but there was a long time where I was not consistent with the times I would stream. Back to what I was saying, Tharia, worst Awakening character. Rajat, the fact that I have to use not Rickon makes her the worst Fates character, because man, I don't like Rickon either. And they gave us Rickon 2 Electric Boogaloo. We're gonna ignore the whole where Nolan is supposed to be, and the fact that he's supposed to have 2 knights escorting him. Look upon my shame, as the game lays it out plainly. Listen, if I want a creepy dark mage, Henry's right there, and he's not a stalker. Stalker's not fun, just terrifying. Also, in Project Thebes, the first stream I did, we had Crit Monster Henry. He was fantastic. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen the gaps in a hot minute, because I've done a couple of playthroughs on this on easy, just going through and using a bunch of characters that I hadn't used a lot, like Vika, Liar, Kaisa, however certain translations do his name. I used Tormod for one of them. He was actually pretty fun. Yeah, Jacob is the interesting kind of yandere where he has actual other stuff of interest going on. And also, when he becomes a parent, unlike Tharya, he isn't abusive, he's just a dick. But, Poltergord, my partner, big fan of Jacob. If I remember right, he was the only character she married in her Fates run. I think she only played Conquest, so. I've been slowly working on a project that I do for most Fire Emblem games for Fates. That's right, the Ice Twins that were Korra's cousins. I forgot about them. It was a happier time when I did. Pardon me. My brand. That would make a real cool tattoo. Unfortunate in context, but it is pretty. I mean, those are pretty sweet tats, too. I just have mine in currently. That's my one tattoo. I was hoping to get another one, but, capitalism. Have to pay for a bunch of real life stuff before I can save up for another tattoo. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, before I was with Gord, I never even thought about getting a tattoo. And then we wanted to get kind of a joint one, so she has plus along one of her legs, and I have mine on my upper arm, because I was a baby and scared to get a tattoo anywhere else. Also very funny, because I work in a kitchen, and I'm like the one guy there who has one tattoo. Everyone else has got like full sleeves. Yeah, Gord has a couple of Pokemon tattoos, a Howl's Moving Castle tattoo. One from, I think the game is called Ebe, indie horror game. That's fair. I wasn't far off from that before I got mine. Subtly not helping was Gord being like, oh, it's like, you know, it feels like you're getting a sunburn, and then someone slapping him. Like, that is not comforting. That is the least comforting way you could phrase it. And it did sting quite a bit, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think the worst part is the anticipation. Yeah, they're vague on how old Micaiah is. I think she's supposed to be in like the 40 to 50 range based on who I'm pretty sure her parents are.
While Dayan celebrates its rebirth, rebellion spreads across neighboring Crimea. The young Queen Alincia holds the throne, but her nation is in turmoil. She begins to doubt her ability to rule. What will become of her country? Part 2 of Countries and Kings.
I want so many more chapters in part 2. Yeah, mine was pretty nice in that he only has a little bit of yellow and then some blue on him, which very funny, but for those who aren't aware, I am partially colorblind. I struggle to see blues a lot of the time, maybe fully. I'm not 100% sure because
has been reborn. Word of King
hard to explain when you can't see something the same way others do, so.
Within days, Crimea itself has spent the past 3 years rebuilding from the damage it suffered during the Mad King's War. News that Ashnard's son now sits on Dayan's throne sends waves of unease and worry rippling across the land. Alas, this is not the only thing disturbing the people of Crimea during this time. There is an ever-widening gap emerging between Crimea's noble class and the nation's young ruler, Queen Alincia. Crimea lost its king during the Dayan invasion, and Alincia is still an inexperienced ruler. What's more, her very existence was a secret from the public, and so she came unexpectedly to her succession. Many of Crimea's noble houses raised their voices in protest against her rule. Alincia's desire for a long-lasting peace has driven her to strengthen Crimea's ties with the Laguz nation of Gallia, and to renounce Crimea's claim to rule over a defeated Dayan. Her political moderation is seen as a sign of weakness among her critics. Ike, the young hero who led Crimea to
I'm so mad this is the only time we see this Ike sprite, because goddamn is he pretty in this
one. The
one.
elevation of a common mercenary to the nobility, however, widened the rift between the aristocracy and the queen yet further. Perhaps to avoid becoming mired in these power struggles, Ike renounced his peerage and took his leave of the court. Yet Ike's actions did little to placate the nobility. They continued to criticize the queen's every decision and lay squarely at her feet the blame for all of Crimea's woes.
Yeah, I didn't realize growing up, because American education system is fantastic, that Crimea is a real country, nothing to do with the fictional dragon place. Why would we pick the most skilled diplomat to go talk to our enemies? And also the fact that he's an archsage. I'm just saying, Lucina and Joffrey could drop every single one of these guys, and I don't think anyone would complain. Hey, welcome in. We got some interest in Fire or Radiant Dawn Plus stuff going on. Nice little overhaul mod for it. And now we get my favorite gimmick chapter Fire Emblem has ever done, because this is such a cool concept for a chapter. Yes, this is a mod from Game Banana called Radiant Dawn Plus. It adds in all of the magic weapons back in, does some minor tweaking to characters to give them some rebalancing. It's real good across the board. Also, Marcia, you are gorgeous. I love you. Marcia is going to get a lot of favoritism this run. I will not apologize. Marcia, you are fantastic. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Very kind. Yeah. I think Pegasus Knights, especially in this game, are not quite as useful because you get, number one, an early Wyvern Knight and Jill, and then you have Har. And Har is just incredible. Har is pretty much the unit I'd say. Maybe Ike. Har is number one in the game. Ike is maybe number two, but those two are both fighting for it. And the only reason I'd give Har an edge over Ike is he gets a little bit extra time to level up before you get Ike. And then he comes in at like chapter 2 or 3 of Ike's campaign and can just destroy everyone while flying. We can't let them run rampant. Yeah, I'm gonna murder them all, but they can't know I'm the queen because Lindsay intends to leave survivors. I don't. We need to keep who I am secret. Nelucci, hey, Nelucci. Oh, thank God we got a Lindsay. While the guys are right there. Alright. So, I don't think they changed too much about Alencia because she was already a monster. But they did give her Recover and Rescue in this one. Harasser as a class. +5. I wonder what that'd be, if they changed anything with that. She comes in with Adept now, and it's so good. You start with Terror. And Fortune and Miracle, which I think you usually have Fortune. Ooh, you have a Spectre card. Wait, what? You have Form Shift? The game just got a lot more competitive for who the best Heron is. 12, 30, crit. What can they do? 22. Good work. Yeah, I love this game so much. And this mod's been so fun so far. Alright, Nelucci. I see your game. I respect it. One experience is not ideal, but... $10, $20... You get this. Especially if you crit. Beautiful. But yeah, a whole map of just flyers is such a fun concept for a prologue chapter. Might as well shift her since she can be shifted permanently. Don't crit this one so I can feed this one to Marcio. Alright, I'm noticing a slight issue with Neolucci. He might be too good currently. Neolucci was out for blood. Oh, that is pretty funny. Just a wildly different vibe right under this. That's pretty entertaining. Oh, I could have used the heal staff. That's fine. Or the recover staff. He should go up for Neolucci. So maybe I'll weaken with Alincia, because Neolucci's been out for blood. Okay, now just don't crit again. She's gonna hit a stun, isn't she? No? Okay. They probably buffed him at least a little bit for this mod, because he kind of needed it. I feel like they definitely boosted his speed skill. I don't think he was 34 base speed. I don't think I've ever brought Neolucci into the tower. Maybe that's on trial later. So we will... I don't know if I have the mental strength for Lagu's only tower in this mod. It's already been kind of scaring me. Hey, let's check. Ooh, Venom Lance. Great Axe, Hand Axe. Just have the usual short. Okay, do not let you near Neolucci. Those have spooky skills. Now, do you have a killer axe? Something to watch out for. Revert you so we can use you later. We do have a Lagu stone if I need it. You in here. I don't remember when Har comes in, but I think it's soon. Let's do some aggro drawing. Keep using Galder every turn for free experience. I do wish they gave her something slightly better than the Slim Sword to start, but I also understand they're worried about her. I highly recommend it. I love this game a lot, and this mod's been real fun. You can crit as much as you want. Ooh, Twilight Princess multiplayer does sound fun. That's Killer Axe, man. I want you dead. Honestly, fantastic picks for Wii games. No notes. Can you take him? Yes, perfect. Old man kick. Yeah, that's also my favorite bit for this mod is Lagoose can attack untransformed. It's the best. What can you do this time? 714. If he crits, you perish. So I think sticking with Alincia as our offensive unit here is going to be better. Ooh, we got our first stun of the game. And our first non-Black Knight tier 3 attack. Yeah, they gave the Lagoos some love in this one. Like, if I remember right, cats get a 1 to 2 range knife attack. Tigers are just beasts, so they get to punch people. The birds get their kicks. You want a crit? Ah. This one to Melucci then. And I keep her, sir. Here. There's the Nap Lord. Oh, he comes in with the Brave Axe. So they did nerf him a little bit. Nice. Welcome back. They did nerf him a little bit. They traded out Cancel for Shade, which definitely an under... definitely not as good, but... he's still Har. He's still the Nap Lord. Marcia, listen, I'd love to trade jabs, but also we want to fight. They gave Har Shade to make him a little less absolutely bonkers. Well, that does also mean we have a free Shade for when we can give to someone in part 3, which would be nice. Yeah, it does mean Har's more or less likely to get hit with some lightning if you got a couple of the units in the range, which I am all for. Marcia, please, we need help. I'm so weak, and Alincia's not doing well. And Alincia's over here critting everyone and dropping stuns. Marcia, Gaslight Queen. We love that for her. So we should be able to get Har pretty close. Actually, I'll drop him here so we can dance. here, just because I don't want to worry about the cloud moving too much. Remember, they move once each time. Or once each turn. Sword just... I don't believe you can until part 4. Because I think she picks it up in part... just after part 2, and then you don't get to pull it off of her again until part 4. Thankfully, she doesn't start with it on this map. That would be obnoxious. Do some chipping. Don't do stun, I believe. The only thing you can do that'll drop them. Perfect. Giving her this killer lance instead of just a regular steel lance is so helpful for this fight. Car probably won't get attacked, but that's fine. You can move here just so you'll always have cloud cover. Do a sing for you and swap you to a sword. Glad to see you in here. Having a lot of fun with this mod so far. Yo, that sounds fun. You could make a pretty good Drake Warden if you're going 5th edition. Or Cavalier if you're doing Pathfinder. Perfect. Him you can stun. You can dream. So you have bird foe. I need to be more careful with my ability. 26. Perfect. If we can move him back here, that's fine. You take this guy out. Oh, that's right, he has a lance. Marcia don't care, she pops the ad at him. My God! Venom Lance acquired. Can you one around him? Yes, perfect. In my personal games, I'd probably go Druid with one of those as the base race. I could definitely see different DMs ruling them different ways, so be interested to see how each one did. there's a lot of fun things you can do in terms of D&D, in terms of reflavoring or retooling things to work better for specific character concepts. So I'd be curious to see what the DM would do. Years and years back, me and my brother originally toyed with the idea of potentially doing a... Oh yeah, that's right, you can attack. So he only has 19% chance to hit you, but if I remember it, he prioritizes capture. Yeah, me and my brother tinkered with the idea of building a campaign on Tellius lore, but never quite got off the ground, sadly. How much do you do to him? 39, so you can take a hit from him safely. And he didn't even go for it. Oh yeah, I can do some audio balance if it's a little high. Right around there. How's that? Is that a little better? I unfortunately have a fairly naturally quiet voice, so. And I'm bad at projecting it. Oh, 24, 36. He'd probably be where I want the short at, so if we can set that up for him. Do some poking in with the Venom Lance. Oh, thank you for the rose, by the way. Could do another round with her to try and get her level. Ours is pretty close to guaranteed, right? Yeah, 92. We'll give Marcy another round with him. Try and chip him down to where we only need 3 hits. Crit? Ah. Black Knight would be a real good mid to late game boss. Listen, Tabarin's hotness transcends whether or not you're a furry. Tabarin is just hot. I forgot he had tear. Well, luckily we can just trade the axe over to Har. It's not like Har particularly needed the experience, but he saw that dude had bird folk, and he did not approve, so understandable. I have a love-hate relationship with Naysala because he's obnoxious, but the fact that they're always surprised every time he betrays them is kind of hilarious. The man known for betraying people and who looks like Naysala. Oh yeah, what he did to the Heron's unforgivable. But I enjoy his bits in the story because it's like, yeah, no, they really should kill him. But he's mostly coasting on the fact that the Herons are too nice. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't remember if it's because of him, but I know he was involved in that betrayal, yes. because of the blood pack stuff. Oath of Conquest, I think, would be fitting. I think Oath of Devotion might actually be my pick for him, specifically if we're going off of his Radiant Dawn one, and his bond with a certain character late game. Another pair that goes into the Himbo Knight and Twink Mage.
Queen Alincia encounters and defeats a wing of Benyan Draconites trespassing in Crimean skies. After rescuing Chamberlain Mialucci and Princess Leanne, she invites them to be her guests at the royal court. While Alincia's show of loyalty to her Laguz allies causes an uproar among the nobles at court, they are aware that the Heron Princess is under the mutual protection of the mighty Laguz Hawk King and Raven King. Because of this, there is no public show of distaste. However, dissatisfaction with Alincia's rule now spreads from a single faction to a larger group. Crimea's unity is slowly rotting from within. This discord begins to be felt even in country hamlets like the farming village of Oma.
And now we get to my goat. Also, one of the rare chances you get to see a Fire Emblem unit outside of their armor. Yeah, Alincia gets so much hate from the characters in part 2, and she's like, yeah, I mean, I could just, let the Mad King keep you all under his rule. I'm sure that would have gone fine for you. Alincia is a better person than me, I'm not going to lie. Revolution? Isn't that game the kids dance to? Unproblematic King Braum. Yeah, this guy looks nice and trustworthy. The Crypt Keeper over here, I'm sure he's a fine guy. I'm unsure how much of that's Braum's fault and how much of that is Meg's. We'll call it even on them for poor communication. Because Braum, I thought, made a joke in Path of Radiance that he was going to marry Zeharkov, but I'm unsure how much of that was him joking with what Meg does, and how much of it was Meg being just a hopeless romantic. Ooh, I do love a good knight. Gatcher style Goliath sounds fun. Brahm's gonna do his best, but I am not going to lie. 90% of the fighting on this is probably going to be Nephi. Oh, that's right. They give him an Iron Blade for this one. Oh, that's right. Braum has the disarm cheese you can do with Heather later in the game. Where if you get lucky, sometimes you just get free weapons. Disarm show. Oh, thank you. She's not weighed down by the one weapon they give her in this one. Yeah, once we start getting into part 3 and part 4, there's a high chance I'm going to switch to map animations, specifically because of how much I like having a general on my team, and I want maps to go quick. Top down. Braun, keep going over here. Yeah, all good. Yeah, this is Radiant Dawn, the Fire Emblem for the Wii. This is a mod port called Radiant Dawn Plus. Catcher's a fun first character. First favorite character. Mushroom. Alright, now if you could dodge this coin flip. Yeah, Three Houses is real fun. Engage has some fun gameplay. Real excited to see what the next round is going to be. Ooh, Ephraim's an interesting pick. I liked Ephraim a lot, so I can definitely see the appeal. Now dodge this one. Please, Nephi. Just deal with this guy. Oh, thank you for the follow. No vantage crit for the first one, sadly. The Wrath, that. I can't tell if that's a localization thing or not, because I've played Sacred Stones. Ephraim's kind of weird about Erica and that, but it's like I can't tell if it's just Japan being weird about siblings, because they do that shit a lot, or if it's just like weird wording, because it's just like 1 or 2 interactions. Oh, thank you for the corn, by the way. Now you heal up. Just visit. I'm still a firm believer that both Ephraim and Erica were in love with Leon. Most because it makes it extra tragic. There she is. Heather herself, the absolute queen. And yes, I always go for the Nephi recruitment because it's way more entertaining. Yeah, Leon, I wish his game was actually a little more challenging, because I would have loved for Mortis to be like as spooky as they built him up to be. It might be, Never trust my pronunciations. I read Physic as Psychic for almost a decade in this game. Okay, it is pronounced Lion? Lion? Heather, lesbian queen. We love her for it. Lion. That's gonna take some getting used to. Lion. Listen, it took me talking to my buddy who was a Fire Emblem player for almost as long, and she pointed out, "What do you mean psychic? It's physic." I'm like, no, it's psychic. And it's like, it's physic, like medicine. I'm like, that makes way more sense. Like, it's psychic because it's ranged. If only Heather was closer, we could steal his bow. Or we just get him to retreat. Concoction, and then I think the bandits start showing up next turn, so I gotta start hurting into these houses. Perfect. I always forget how absolutely cracked Braum is for this map. Oh, absolutely. There's a very high chance those two get to A support by the end of this part, just because of how often I have them paired up with each other. Granted, A support kind of meaningless in this game, because you can change it immediately, but they'll get there. Alright, that's a javelin in that house. I don't know what's in this one. So we'll pop Daphne up here, because Heather can move quicker. And has pass, so nothing can stop her. Alright, this is the hand axe. Muston, Jorge, and Daniel. Those three. Oh, large. This is not gonna make sense. This is a mispronunciation I'm doing intentionally. Larjo. Larjo was a character I used a lot in my stream for the last game. He is married to Callow, the fire mage you can get in this part. There. Ooh, I'd like to steal that armor. We'll heal you up this time, because you have taken some damage. Howdy, nice to see you again. Oh, do you have anything good with stealing? Yeah, just a coin. 18. I think just poking him from a distance is safest. I don't think you have anything I care too much if he steals, so we're good to end turn here. Not too bad. We made it into part 1 with only 2 casualties. That will go unmentioned for now. Alright, he stole the vulnerary, that's fine. Definitely wasn't one of the characters I was most looking forward to, and Meg. I would have reset for them, but they both happen real late into maps. Steal the Arm Scroll. Even if I don't want to use it, that's free money. Yeah, I decided not attempting Endgame Part 1 for Nolan a third time. I love Nolan. You don't need him for Part 3. Yeah. I wasn't happy about the decision, but it was Nolan being gone or going through Part 1 Endgame again. Ooh, now that is an interesting option. Steal the vulnerary. Oh, I meant to steal his weapon. Whoops. Let it never be said I'm good at this game. Now don't get hit by this. My luck has been awful today. 38%, huh? Meg. Meg unfortunately perished on the map on the last turn of Part 1 of the map where you get Fiona. Yeah. I like Meg more than most. I think she's, if you get her all the way to a Marshal, probably the second best Marshal behind Gatry. But I don't like Meg enough to do a whole map over again for her. Meg is pretty funny, yeah. As long as you're not doing anything with her and Z-Heart, I like Meg enough. Man, he does not like Braum. Let's do some trading. You, your javelin. You, the concoction for an herb. And then just kill this guy. This is normal mode for the mod, but it is roughly equivalent to hard mode in a lot of the other games. Because this game is not easy on its the difficulty curve. You have a lance, so we'll go hammer, concoction. We'll probably miss the swordsman who comes next, but that's fine. Yeah. I don't know if this mod works fully with hard mode, but I also hate that they took the weapon triangle away in hard mode for this game, so I'm okay with it being like a middle step in terms of the difficulties. Because I think weapon triangle adds to the strategy of the game, and taking it away doesn't necessarily make for a better experience, in my opinion. Alright, so let's... Nope. Okay, sealing the antitoxin does nothing other than a minor experience. Antitoxin, we will heal you up this turn. Cure the poison. Best game, I'd probably give it to Awakening, just because I think it's the best. Did I not use the... Oh, I used the orb. Just because I think it's the best well-rounded Fire Emblem. It's not necessarily my personal favorite, as my personal favorite is, as I've said multiple times, Path of Radiance, because I am biased by nostalgia. Worst, I'm giving it to Gaiden. If I let my personal bias in more, I'm thinking best would be Path of Radiance. Worst? I mean, Gaiden's still up there for me. I love the story for Gaiden, but good lord, playing that game gives me an aneurysm. But I might be spiteful and just say Fate for having the worst antagonist and the least interesting stories. I love the gameplay. Man. Yeah, that's fair. Similar vibes. I think the only thing that really holds me back from saying I like Radiant Dawn, especially if I say I like it more than Path of Radiance, is the supports. There's the characters who get introduced in this game don't get enough to do. They get the base conversations, which is fun, but they're sharing the screen time with the incredible Path of Radiance cast, and they do not stack up favorably if you compare them on a one-to-one basis. Because you have some really awesome and interesting characters, and then you got Leonardo, he's fine. I like him, but he's kind of doesn't have a lot to work with, so it's hard to be like, yeah, I like Leonardo a lot. Can we steal anything from you? No. We'll just drop you. Oh, I think this mod also boosted Heather's level a bit. Oh yeah, she starts at level 12. I feel like she's normally much lower than that. Alright, Rom can body this guy. I'm used to him being a good matchup, but not that good of a matchup. I really want this silver. I could care less about anything that guy has. 8, 16. It's not quite, so I think we'll need Heather. Perfect. Throw some javelins. Good. Heather and Nefni is such a cute couple. I'm glad they're canon. Ooh, good level up for Braum. Love to see it. So we got this. We can ditch the antitoxin. That's not going to come up too much more often. I mean, I can tell you one reason, but it's the flaw of a lot of American systems. Very strong bias towards people finding things that are being more okay with things they find attractive, which is creepy as hell. Only okay if they can fetishize it. And even axe on axe prompts messing this guy up. So we get the steel great lance either way. So let's. Can you set up? I don't really care about the shine berry or the herb. Show me one of them 40% crits though. Heather, please. Please, Heather. 68's not ideal, but it's not the worst. Just in case. I don't want Heather perishing on this map because she is very useful. So we just need her to dodge one then. Still just show me a 7% crit? Pardon. I like how the entire reason they know Lord Ludwig is a thing is because this guy cannot shut up about him. Yeah, he's got two hands. One for kissing, one for kissing the other one. Fine. And you know what? He can go into the big demon form. It's fine. Some people are into that. Great. Heather, please. I'm trying to feed you some experience. It's not a lot, but it's all I got for you. Be on the safe side, so if they double up into her, she'll be fine. It's gonna be really funny if through all of this, Nephne just beats him by tanking all of his attacks. She's only one round away from dropping him. Alright, now Heather, we're gonna do this again. Crit. Please. You have 41%, Heather. Suppose a 1 out of 5 ain't bad. Now... I was hoping to give her just some general experience from dropping him, but I wasn't willing to risk this guy potentially walking over and whacking him. And she's already decently high level. If I remember right, she needs, I think, 2 or 3 points of strength in order to steal a bolting later on, potentially, though. Now, I'd really like to have a spare bolting. So I'm going to try and get her those points in this part. Brom, fully understanding. No, no. War sucks. This is all you get. Yeah, Brom, Neffany, and Heather just defeated an entire squad of a militia. Single-handedly. Pretty easily. They could have done it more easily if anyone but me was at the helm, but... Also, fun fact, this is one of the only times someone who's not either a noble or a royal gets to be the army's commander in this, and it's Neffany. Ike technically still has his noble title, even though he doesn't want it. But on that note, we've been going for almost 2.5 hours, and my voice is starting to hurt. So I think I'm going to call stream here. I'll be back next week around on Wednesday around the same time, around noon. And we can get in with doing some spying and then probably Joffrey's charge.
However, more uprisings are sure to follow.
I'm sorry, narrator, but I'm gonna stop you there. Thank y'all for stopping in. Y'all are a great bunch of people. I enjoy talking to all of y'all. I'll see you then. I might try and set up a Discord at some point this week and have it ready for next week. I'll have to ask one of my buddies. He's much better at setting up that kind of stuff than me. I am not great with technology. Thank y'all for stopping in.